What's up, guys? This is Christian Metalhead Brotherhood, and today I'm going to go over my CD collection with you guys. I thought it would be a fun video. So yeah, let's do this. I have a lot of CDs I have collected over the years. Dude, this whole thing full. When I was in high school and I worked and I get my paycheck, I'd literally spend my whole paycheck on buying CDs. I could probably sell these and make quite a bit. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go through these. I did have a stage where I listened to a lot of secular bands, and like I still do, but like it's mainly for the musical influence. Like I still listen to As I Lay Dying a lot, and you know they were supposedly Christian for a while, and then you guys probably know the story with the vocalist, but yeah. They did get back together, so I'm looking forward to another album from them. But I did go through a stage where I listened to a lot of different secular bands, like Avenged Sevenfold. This is one of their CDs. Breaking Benjamin. Disturbed. This one is Immortalized. Metallica CD. This is another like compilation of their best songs, but yeah. So I don't really have these in order or anything. They're kind of just everywhere. So yeah. I have Phineas, Dark Flag. That was their latest record that they put out last year. Definitely a good album. I would say not their best though. Some of the mix and stuff just wasn't as like heavy sounding as their previous album before it, Till the End. Demon Hunter. The Triptych. This is a good album. Really heavy. Maybe I'll review some of these. It's fun to go back to them and stuff. I did before I got into heavy metal, I listened to a lot of Christian rock bands. So I have some TFK, 1000 Foot Crutch CDs. Which if you're into Christian rock and you haven't heard them, go check them out because they're really good. Some would say they're even like rapcore and stuff like that because they do some rapping. This was probably like one of my first CDs, Skillet, Comatose. I know they're not metal, but like they were heavier than what I was used to listening to at church, which was hymns. So yeah. Seventh Day Slumber. This is like their worship album. They have a couple of really good like heavier like rock songs on it. They have White Flag, and that's probably like my favorite song on it. I'm gonna have to break this out soon. August Burns Red's Christmas album, Sleddon Hill. They have 13 songs, all Christmas songs, that are made into metal versions. Which, by the way, I'm working on a metal version of a Christmas song. So be on the lookout for that. Here's another Christmas metal album, Midnight Clear, from Solid State Records. So it has bands like August Burns Red, Fit for a King, For Today, Wolves at the Gate, Memphis May Fire, The Ongoing Concept, Forevermore, and Becoming an Archetype. They're all really good songs. I don't think I have the CD in here. I have all the CDs like in case for in my car in case I have an emergency and I forget my auxiliary cord. But this is Forevermore Integral. But Forevermore is a really good like progressive metal. Here's Disciple, Long Live the Rebels. I think that's their latest album. Disciple is probably one of the first Christian rock bands I started listening to. And they're a pretty big influence. All these bands are pretty big influences. Here's Decipher Down Anthology, which that's like kind of like their best songs and stuff. It's not an actual album, but this is Texas in July, and I think the name of the album is Texas in July too. I'm not sure, but really good album. These guys are really fast and pretty heavy, so check them out. Here's Disciple. Oh God, Save Us All. That was a really good album. Here's Wolves at the Gate, 5x5. Ooh. Here's Impending Doom, Death Will Reign. This is the first like album I got by them. And it's what really got me into their music. One of the first songs I heard was Murderer. And that's probably one of the most popular songs off of Baptized in Filth, I think. For Today, Immortal. Their song Fearless is probably one of the first like heavy Christian metal songs I really got into. Here's Darkness Divided, and this is their like latest full album. They only came out with like 2 full albums, and then they have like 2 EPs or something. Very sad that they broke up so soon, because they're a great band. The name of the album is Darkness Divided. Really great album. It says for fans of As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, and For Today. Next one is August Burns Red, Rescue and Restore. Great album. Their song Provision, the first track on it, that was the first song I ever heard by them. Fit for a King, Creation, Destruction. That was like, I think this was like their first album, or there was another one, I think Descendants. I'm not sure if that was before it or after it, but this is a really good album. When I first found out about Darkness Divided, this was their first like full album. It's called Written in Blood. But I was so pumped when I first found out about Darkness Divided, because they're a really good Christian metalcore band, like a more progressive metalcore. This is a really good band. If you don't know, like Killswitch Engage is like a huge metalcore band, and I do listen to some of their stuff, but this is a collaboration between a couple of the members, and it's like it's kind of like a Christian side project, kind of. Like whenever I first got it, I thought they were like an official Christian band, but like I think the vocalist is a Christian, and like his lyrics are influenced. Like you can definitely hear the Christian influence in his lyrics, and even like in the actual band Killswitch Engage, you can hear like Christian influence in a lot of lyrics, which is awesome. But it's a collaboration between Adam D and Jesse Leach, and yeah, this is a great album. Really great metalcore stuff, but not like the crappy metalcore that's just breakdowns. Like when I'm talking about metalcore, I'm talking about good metalcore, okay? The metalcore that made metalcore good, you know? Before this generation of metalcore wannabes that just know how to break down. This is For All Eternity, Metanoia. This is a really great album too. These are all really great guys. I have good taste. This is Brian Welch's band Love and Death. This was their album that they came out with, Between Here and Lost. It's a really great album. A lot of it is very djenty, but like some people would consider them like a jet band. They're more like new metal, I guess. I made coffee way too strong today. Here is another Demon Hunter album, The World is a Thorn. I'm going to stop talking so much about them. This is a older Christian metalcore band, Cry of the Afflicted. I don't think they're a band anymore, but this is I think their only album, Lift the Veil. Look at that. This isn't all metal. I have an NF CD. I forgot I had that. NF's a great Christian rapper. Here's Phineas, Till the End. Those Who Fear, State of Mind. For Today, Wake. This was their last album. It was a good album, but honestly wasn't good as like most of their other albums. Like they kind of tried some different stuff with it, and which would have been cool if it wasn't their last album. This is their EP, Prevailer. which has some really good songs on it. I think Crown of Thorns is probably like one of their best songs. Here's to prove that I do have good taste and I do like the older metal styles. I have a White Cross CD. And for all of you who think I don't know what heavy metal is, I do. This is what heavy metal is. The older style of metal. The least heavy of all metal genres. Here's Fit for a King, Descendants. Oh, hello. And I think this was like their first full album, but not sure if it was this one or Creation and Destruction. Write This Down, Lost Weekend. And they're more like kind of punk, more of a punk band, but they do have some metalcore stuff too. I have a Nine Lashes CD, a couple of them. I really got into Nine Lashes because they have like they're Christian rock, you know, kind of some metal stuff, but and very kind of like pop rock, which I was kind of into for a while, but like their newer music just kind of sucks because they decided they would just do pop instead of the rock, so that kind of was dumb. Seventh Day Slumber, We Are the Broken, great Christian rock CD. Probably like one of the first CDs I got, War of Ages, The Wicked Will Fear. I think the first Christian metal CD I actually got was the For Today, Fight the Silence, which I have that somewhere. But that's the album that got me into Christian metal. But this is a great album too. This was their first album. Here's Haste the Day, Pressure the Hinges. Like whenever I got the album, it was because of one of the songs on it. And I think it was the song Pressure the Hinges. But I wasn't really into like the rest of the album. Another Nine Lashes CD, The World We View. If you're into pop rock stuff, then check them out. Just make sure it's their older stuff because their newest, like latest album was sucked. So from like what style they did before, they completely changed their style. Here is another secular band album, which is Stoom. I don't know how to pronounce it rightly. And the album's called The Grey. I really like these guys. Like they're very progressive and genty. They're just not Christian, but they do instrumental. So, but it's really cool. I thought they had a really unique style, and I was like, I'll support them because they have really cool music. Here's Oh Sleeper. What's it called? Oh, it's called When I Am God. I don't know which album that was. Oh, this was like one of my first CDs I made when I still had the name Follow Core. Oh, check this out, guys! I have a signed CD copy of Disciple. Scars Remain. I still have their signatures on it, which is really cool because I went and saw them in a concert. And the lead vocalist Kevin, he put a Bible verse on there. It says Proverbs C5, and that's a really cool verse. But yeah, it's cool that I still have these. Like looking back, that they're signed and stuff. I think they signed a couple other CDs. Here's Eye the Breather, Life Reaper. Great album. Very like they're really genty, but they're not like a gent band. They're more metalcore. Here is my first As I Lay Dying album that I got. An Ocean Between Us, and just so you guys know, they're not actually an official Christian metal band. Which sucks, but I still listen to them a lot. Their music is very inspiring and has influenced me as an artist for a long time. Here's another Christian rock. I would kind of say it could be considered metal too, because the vocalist can scream really good. And this album was really good. Pillar broke up for a long time, and then they got back together and came out with One Love Revolution. And this is a really good band, like great heavy rock stuff, kind of getting more like metal, and They also do rapping, which is really sick too. Here's Fit for a King Death Grip. That was their latest album before their new one that they came out with this year called Dark Skies. Oh, here's another signed copy of a Disciple CD. I think this one's just called Disciple because it doesn't have a name on it. So it's Disciple, Disciple. And you can see their signatures. So that's cool. This actually has one of my favorite songs, The Wait Is Over. That's a really good song by Disciple. And Disciples like stuff is like I would consider metal too. So here's August Burns Red, Found in Faraway Places. Okay, this is Silent Planet, The Night God Slept is the name of the album. Sleeping Giants album, Finished People. Probably one of my favorite Demon Hunter albums. Probably my most favorite. Extremist. Really good Demon Hunter album. So there's another Demon Hunter album, True Defiance. Oh, I have 2 copies of Extremist. Whenever I ordered it, I got 2 copies. So that was weird. Here's Skillet, Rise, Disciple, Attack. Favorite O Sleeper album so far. Children of Fire. Memphis May Fire, Unconditional, Deluxe Edition. Oh, here's Gideon. Calloused. My favorite song is Calloused. August Burns Red, Messengers. Another 1,000 Foot Crutch album, The End Is Where We Begin, which is a really good Christian rock album. Probably one of my favorite albums by Red, Beauty and Rage. That's probably their best album, I think. Because their new album, they tried doing more pop rocking stuff instead of like the cool strings and stuff. So not as cool. I wasn't as into it. Here's Red, End of Silence. And it was like their anniversary edition. 10th anniversary edition. And really great. That's kind of cool. My very last one I'm going in my thing is my very first CD that got me in Christian metal. For Today, Fight the Silence. I got this at a local Christian store. And I was like, I remember hearing the For Today's song Fearless. And I was like, you know what, I'll check them out. And that was before I was really into metal. And then this really just got me into metal. That is my CD collection. I'll lay it out all on the floor so you can see them all. Okay guys, so there is my full CD collection. This is pretty much all my CDs. There is 63. So 63 CDs altogether. How many CDs do you guys have in your collection? See you guys in the next video.